Impossible 3 was released in 2006, it was directed by J.J. Abrams, and it sees Tom Cruise reprising his role as Ethan Hunt for a third time. This film also stars Phillip Seymour Hoffman, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg and Michelle Monaghan. In this installment we see Ethan Hunt retire from the field, and now we see him working as a teacher of IMF agents. But he is called out of retirement to track down a vicious arms dealer called Owen Davian, brilliantly played by Phillip Seymour Hoffman, who is after a mysterious device called the rabbit's foot. As always guys, before we go any further, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. I want you to hit that alarm bell as well so you can get notifications from me when my videos are going to be uploaded. Give this video a like as well. And if you didn't know, I'm going to be reviewing every Mission Impossible film until the release of Mission Impossible 7 that comes out next year. There have been different directors for the Mission Impossible franchise, and each director has brought something different. So with Brian De Palma, he brought the suspense element to the film. Mission Impossible 2, which for me was the weakest installment of the franchise, John Woo brought a stylized action element to the film that didn't fit the tone at all of Mission Impossible. And they took a risk hiring J.J. Abrams because this was his directorial debut, helming a big budget blockbuster. Prior to that, J.J. Abrams was known more for his TV works such as Lost and Alias. They took a risk hiring a first-time director, but it was a risk that paid off. J.J. Abrams brought new life into this franchise, and this is a significant improvement over Mission Impossible 2. This is a fast-paced, non-stop action film. Whereas the second Mission Impossible film was dull in parts and took a long time to get going, this film is non-stop. It is an adrenaline-fueled action ride, loaded with great visual effects and great performances, and more importantly that, a better villain than we had in Mission Impossible 2. What I loved about Mission Impossible 3 is that they reclaimed some of the elements that were missing from the second film, but were captured in the first film. Number one, we see Ethan has retired from the field, but more importantly than that, he's actually married now. He marries his wife Julia, and when she gets kidnapped and is brought into the equation, we see him more determined to rescue his wife than to accomplish his mission. We see him show emotion by crying when she is threatened with being shot dead by Owen Davian. We see him beg for assistance from his team when he has to steal the rabbit's foot. So there were some really great dramatic performances and elements of tension that were reclaimed in Mission Impossible 3. J.J. Abrams, for a first-time director, he has orchestrated some superb action sequences, and they are non-stop. From the brilliant shootout in Germany to the brilliant bridge sequence where there's drones attacking the trucks, to the finale sequence in Shanghai, we have some excellent hand-to-hand combat sequences that were demonstrated in Mission Impossible 3. And these sequences are more akin to the Bourne films, which were released 4 years earlier, than say the Matrix films that Mission Impossible 2 tried to imitate. There is actually one brilliant tracking shot in Shanghai of Tom Cruise just running. Tom Cruise knows how to run, and that has just been a dominating factor in every one of his movies, not just the Mission Impossible films. Mission Impossible 3 lets the audience in on some of the elements that have been kept mysterious in some of the other Mission Impossible films. And for an audience member and for a lifelong fan of the Mission Impossible films and the TV show, I thought it was really good that they actually got to show how the actual face masks were made. Mission Impossible 3 has a fantastic musical score, and I think it's one of the best I've heard from the Mission Impossible franchise. And it was far better than Mission Impossible 2, and that had Hans Zimmer working on the score. The score for Mission Impossible 3 was composed by Michael Giacchino, and he would go on to compose the musical score for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. And he would go on to further collaborate with J.J. Abrams on Super 8 and Star Trek. And the tone and the musical score that he's composed for this film is very fast-paced, and it matches the tone of the film. I like what he did with the Mission Impossible score. I liked how his musical compositions fit so well for the romance, for the drama, for the tension, for the action. Mission Impossible 3 has some spectacular visual effects sequences. From the helicopter chase to when we see Ethan disguise himself as Owen Davian, all of these visual effects shots are courtesy of legendary visual effects house Industrial Light and Magic. All of the Mission Impossible films are beautifully shot. There is a richness in its texture and just how crisp the cinematography is. And you can definitely say that about Mission Impossible 3. The cinematography in this film was courtesy of Dan Mindell, who will collaborate again J.J. Abrams on the 2 Star Trek films and on the 2 Star Wars films that he directed. And it captures some gorgeous visuals. From Rome to Shanghai to Germany, it is just a visual treat. The cast in this film is great. As always, Tom Cruise gives an excellent performance as Ethan Hunt, but we also get some new additions to the cast. We get to see Simon Pegg as Benji, an IMF analyst who would go on to star in further installments of the Mission Impossible franchise, and he adds the comedic element to this film. We also get a host of brilliant supporting actors who lend fine support to Mission Impossible 3. Lawrence Fishburne as Brassel. He has some excellent lines in this movie. From I don't give a damn if your daddy plays golf for the president, to many others. One of the many issues that Mission Impossible had has been with its villains. It hasn't had a formidable foe for Ethan. And like I've always said when I've been doing these reviews of films, not just the Mission Impossible films, that your hero is only as good as its villain. And I can certainly say that they had an excellent villain with the late Phillip Seymour Hoffman as Owen Davian. He was chilling, he was menacing, but he was also charming at the same time. And I would say that he's easily one of the best villains that Mission Impossible has ever had. Whilst Mission Impossible is so fast-paced and entertaining, the problem there was it was so fast-paced that it didn't allow the room for character development, and more importantly that for character explanation. There are characters in this movie that whilst you see them, you don't know what their role is. So with Lawrence Fishburne's character, we don't know whether he was the director of the IMF, we don't know whether he was Ethan's boss, we don't know whether he was a replacement. Even with Ethan's team, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers and Maggie Q's characters, we don't know what their disciplines were. We know that Ving Rhames' character Luther Stickle is an IT expert, but we don't know what they were there for or what they could contribute to the team. So it was just that part of the character narrative that I just felt was a little bit lacking. It was just felt like, okay, we're just throwing these big names at the screen. But as the series has progressed, the producers and the writers have learnt from their mistakes and have learnt to improve on that. So when we see Ghost Protocol, Paula Patton, Jeremy Renner's character, they all have strong character arcs. But Mission Impossible 3, far better than the disappointing Mission Impossible 2. With realistic set pieces, a good plot, a good villain, and great performances. And a beautiful musical outro theme from Kanye West. And you can see that the series was actually beginning to find its feet and learn what it was all about. So this is a very entertaining film and a film that has aged very well. So I'll give this film a very strong 8 out of 10. So guys, that's my review. Like I said in the beginning, please keep on supporting this channel. I want you to hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit that alarm bell as well so you can get notifications when my video is going to be uploaded. Give this video a like as well. There will be more Mission Impossible reviews coming as well as more current reviews coming. Leave your comment with what is your favourite part for Mission Impossible 3. Comment down below and I shall see you all on the next film review.